guys, Eddy from UrbanCred.com. Today we're going to be going over the Bellroy and Carryology collaboration. This is dubbed as the Chimera. The Chimera does come in an older backpack version, but this is the pouch. Now, I picked this up back when we went to Wind Up Watch Fair. Bellroy was there, a few of these limited in stock there. Obviously, you know, with my hookups, VIP access, I paid full price for this. There's no, I paid whatever they charged me. Anyways, this is gonna be a walkthrough in my review of this bag. And let's get to it. So this is the bag. It is, I'm really bad with materials and the names of these materials, but I will tell you that it's obviously water resistant because those are the only bags that I buy. This outer pocket, it looks like leather, but it's more rugged than that. It's like a more tougher, rugged material. Like if you can see here, this frontal design is like a crisscross pattern, but not like an X-Pack, but more of like a checkerboard, which is kind of an interesting texture to it, which looks really nice. It does kind of wrinkle and age, I feel like leather, so it's really kind of an interesting contrast between that and the actual material for the rest of the bag. You can see there's a little bit of a white in there already, just because of it being kind of knocked around and maybe a little bruised, but you know, it's still a nice looking bag. Now, all the zippers are waterproof on the outside, so there's three zippers. There's the front zipper, there is the main compartment zipper, and then there's the security pocket seeker zipper. All waterproof, YKK. There is a Carryology Bellroy logo here, which is kind of a nice, the Carryology and Bellroy are gray, and then the X, it's like an orange, but not like the usual super bright. It's like a little subtle whitish orange on there. Each pack comes with a Chimera black on black patch that's very similar material as this outside, with like an engraving of like the Chimera on there. The cool thing about this is that you can actually take this off. So if you want to be more subtle without this crazy patches, this is kind of what we picked up from Wind Up Watch Fair, if you're curious. But if you want something more subtle, you can actually take this whole thing off, and then it will just be two straps here, and it'll just be very subtle. The braided material here is, the colors are black and orange, just to complement, you know, Carryology, and they're really crazy about orange. And everything else is pretty subtle. You have the main, you have these zipper pulls here as well. They are two directional, but inverse two directional, so you can open it from either side. Or if you, for some crazy reason, you can just open it to the middle, and you can access both sides as well. You can kind of like play around with that. It's a little extra. I don't think it's necessary. You could have just done like just a normal zipper, but that's what it is. And you have two handles here, and then you have the strap attached to those handles. They are removable, so if you don't want them there for some reason, you can take them off. If you want to replace it with your own straps, actually, you can do that. The straps are obviously for like a Carryology special. It's very tough. It is adjustable only on the connections part of it. So this fitlock area, which has a Carryology logo on it, you can take it apart, and that's really the only place you can adjust the length and width. There is a little plastic piece here that keeps your strap under control, and there are some attachment points on top here, and then there's a handle here, so if you need to adjust, pull, and reach your sling like so, you can, you know, or readjust on your back. We're gonna go on the outside pocket here. It's a pretty good sized pocket. Let me see, you can put, I have a Pixel Fold. It's a fat phone and it fits fine. And you have some space to kind of put some other things. You have two stretchy pockets, and you have a key ring holder, which I don't use for keys, but you can use it for other things like keychains or like a pen if you want to attach something there to it. Orange, so you can kind of see. We're gonna open this main compartment up. Now this is kind of like the main interesting, like their main thing. You have two pockets on the side, which you can put something long and kind of tubular in there. You have one zipper here that kind of stretches maybe 2/3 of the back panel. The inside's nice and orange. I have a weird recyclable fork in here, okay. This is not The zippers inside are not waterproof, but they are a nice push-pull zipper, which is very comfortable. You have these pockets here. They're kind of like meant for pocket knives and like for pens and EDC items here. And then on the flip side here, the front wall here is a bit of a stretchy pocket. It doesn't reach all the way to the bottom. If you can see this Bellroy Carryology logo, kind of square rectangular sign, I guess, for this bag, it just kind of reaches to the top of that and it stops. And what this is for your sunglasses. This material is like a kind of a mesh, airflow-ish kind of pocket. So you can put a lot of smaller items here, pens, pencils, any kind of things like that. That is it for the main compartment. It is just like a really nice spacious one, so you kind of toss things in there. And then you have the security pocket in the back. It's just one big pocket, thin. So you want flat things in here. You don't want anything too bulky or it's gonna start affecting how you feel in the back. So just heads up, but passports, cards, wallets, business cards. Okay, so let's go into the pros and cons. So there's definitely a lot of pros and cons here. I don't want to say I'm picky with slings, but there's a lot of things. After I use this particular sling bag, I've realized how picky I am. So my issues with this collab piece is that, okay, let's go with pros. Pros is it's beautiful. I love the contrast between the front and the back. I love the look of it. The shape of it is great. The fact that they attached a attachment point for patches is really cool. So I can I really like to customize my bags with like different types of patches. It's just nice, It's just nice to be able to do that. These handles, I really like these handles. There's something interesting about these handles to be able to have these. And if you don't want to have your straps, you can totally use this as whatever, like a pouch to organize your stuff, as a tech pouch. So it's nice to have these handles, and I kind of like them visually. It's really nice as well. Oh, and I really like the strap here. Something about having a handle, I just don't know why people haven't thought about it before. Just having a handle here to kind of pull, or like to pull this way to get your stuff is kind of like ingenious, It's just like no one has really thought of it. And how this strap, I like how this looks, like this fatter strap connects to a thinner strap, and then just because this is for your shoulder, whereas this is just to keep it connected. Very cool, and fit locks are awesome. Who doesn't love magnets? Magnets make everything 100% cooler. Those are the cool points, but let's go into cons. So the cons for me is that I think the size for me personally, it's just that much smaller than I need it to be. Just that tiny bit doesn't, like I have a water bottle, for example. I fit it in and then I can't fit anything else. If I just had like a little bit more space, I could probably fit something else like a battery pack or something here in a water bottle. It's just the size of it, I wish it was a tiny bit bigger. I wish these straps, these attachment points, I wish they were rotating D-rings where it rotates with me. So like, for example, Codabel does it and I've taken it for granted, but ever since I've used this, I've realized how much of a difference it makes having that kind of spinning, rotating D-ring, which kind of like allows a sling to kind of bend with your body shape and how as it moves, whereas this is like static, so it's kind of stays in place and doesn't move with the body. It kind of hangs off the body. I don't know if that makes sense. Like some body shapes are everyone's body shape is different. So if you had like a D-ring that rotates, it adjusts to your body shape, which is why I think that's such an important thing to have on slings these days. Some of the interior pockets just isn't, I feel like the interior pockets are so specific that it's hard to use. Like if this front pocket if it reached to the bottom, you can use it for so much more, but this is just, it reaches only like halfway and you can only use it for kind of like glasses, like what I said, like pens and charging, like longer charging wires, stuff like that. I mean, you can definitely use it, but for my case, if I stuff my water bottle and it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it fits the stuff I use in an efficient way. But I think that comes down to, again, like everyone's different, bags are different, everyone uses it differently. So it could just be for myself, it doesn't work out well organization wise. But yeah, I mean, like the two pockets in the orange section here, if you can see it, like I don't even use that. I don't know what I would use that for. But maybe you guys use it. Maybe you guys put stuff in there like pocket knives and mini screwdrivers or whatnot. Maybe that's how it is for you, but I'm pretty minimalist. I just carry a water bottle, my wallet, and just like, you know, some other smaller things. So what are my final thoughts on this bag? My thoughts on this bag are, it's a great bag, honestly. There's a lot of great thought put into this, a lot of really small details such as the material, the colors, the lining, the strap, you know, a lot of these details and that make it a step up from the original predecessor makes it a great bag. This is a good bag. This is a great bag. It's just for me, I think the straps here were kind of disappointing where sometimes when I put it on, it's a little bit tough to kind of swing it around. It has to be a right position. Whereas, you know, if it was like a twisting D-ring, I can kind of like, I have a little more flexibility kind of to put it on. The size of it, the liter size, is just a shy too small. For me, I like to put my water bottle in here, but have a little bit more leeway to kind of put other things as well. The zippers are kind of tough to open, and the strap handle, which is cool. And I do actually try to keep it in mind to use it as often as possible, but sometimes I know people who don't find it very useful and they just kind of swap it out for something else. But overall, I think it's a great bag. It's a great sling. Am I going to keep it? I probably am. It is my go-to sling currently. The road to carry is an endless one. And this, for now, satisfies a lot of what I'm using it for. The other day, I went to the movies with my wife and we filled it up with two drinks and 2 bags of popcorners, you know, the smaller bags, and it was perfect. So there's a lot of, the more I use it, the more I see more ways to use it, and for that reason, I'm going to keep it. And just the fact it's a collab, and I love collab pieces. But, you know, I'm still on the search for the next perfect sling for myself. But in the meantime, this will do. So thank you for coming by, for watching the video. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment as well. I'd love to hear what you think of this sling. Maybe you love it, maybe you don't. Maybe you agree with me. So if you do, leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. And again, thank you for coming on, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.